set of one-timers. What a play. Ryan Nugent. He scores.
Well, it was a pretty interesting week in Edmonton Oilers land. They go 1-1. They suffered their first loss on Wednesday to the Philadelphia Flyers, and they just won an hour ago. More like 30 minutes ago against the Vancouver Canucks. And we were pretty good, actually, especially in the loss. There's a couple people blaming the loss. So if you didn't see it, the Edmonton Oilers lose 6-3 to the Philadelphia Flyers. Sorry, no, not 6-3. I was looking at something else. My bad. It was not 6-3. It was actually 5-3. I was thinking about the Philly game a couple seasons ago where Edmonton won 6-3. Anyways, Oilers lose 5-3. Jesus, Edmonton loses 5-3 to the Philadelphia Flyers. Claude Giroux opened the score to make it 1-0. Then Nate Thompson, Jets, Habs. He basically played for every team. Jets Habs legend made it 2-0. Tyson Barrie with a pretty nice backhander. I've said it before. I don't hate the contract Barrie got because he led the NHL D-man in scoring, which, I mean, that's amazing. And 4.5 by 3 is a very good contract. It's just a guy we don't need, especially if we start on the first pair. And oh my god, I miss Ethan Bear. We'll get to that kind of trade in a second. McDavid and tied up at 2. Cam Atkinson with a second left. What a shit play by Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse might have had the worst 2 games I've seen from him in his Oilers career. This is a guy that's going to make $9 million next year. And he still makes mistakes like he's a rookie. He's pretty good offensively. The defensive game needs to come around. He is turning 20, I think he's turning 27 in February. Like, you gotta evolve your game, man. And, I mean, Nurse is better in sheltered minutes. He was amazing on his second pair when Clefbaum was here. But now Clefbaum's probably done for his career. Nurse has to be consistent. And, I mean, Bouchard, he's been great with Bouchard, especially defensively. It's gotten a little bit better. He just needs to act like a $9 million defenseman because that's what he's going to get paid for the next 8 years after this. Zach Hyman tied the game at 3. Zach Hyman has 6 goals and 1 assist, so that's just pure elite stuff right there. Atkinson that made it 4-3 in the third period. Sean Couturier with the empty netter might have been offside. But the real story of the game goes to Mikko Koskinen. Mikko had a really... I'm a huge supporter of Mikko. I love him. That game was not good. Was not good at all. He should have had the second goal. I think the first goal Giroux scored, even then, like, he came way up his end the first goal. The second one should have been stopped. That fourth one by Cam Atkinson that made it 4-3 was like a fake clap. He should have stopped that one for sure. And if he stopped 2 easy goals, the Oilers would now win, and they would be 7-0 right now. And that's where we come into this game. Vancouver 2-1. The Canucks had 30 shots, and Mikko solved 29. You might be saying, I mean, that's pretty good, but why is it title called Respect Mikko? The last 5 minutes, the Canucks had 8 shots because in the last 4 minutes they pulled the goalie, and 6 of them were fantastic. Those are grade 8 shots, grade 8 chances, and he stopped all of them. And of course, the one that went in was 5 seconds left. He deserved the shutout, man. And this is where the title comes into place. Respect Mikko Koskinen. 3-1 this season. 4-1 this season. A 2.34 goals against average. A 2.26 goals against average. And a .934 save percentage. I'll say that again. A .934 save percentage. A 2.24 goals against average. 4-1. And people shit on him because in 2021, he had 3.17 and a .9899. The thing is, that whole season, Mikko did not have his family in Edmonton, and he started the first 14 games. Because Smith was out of an injury. He was overworked and he lost his confidence. You want to know what Mikko did the season before that, 1920? When COVID wasn't a thing until the end of that season? 2.75 goals against average, a .917 save percentage, 18-13-3. It's not spectacular, but .917. That's a goalie stat. Goals against average are more like team stats. A save percentage, that's a goalie stat. He does not get the respect. He deserves more respect, and he doesn't get it. You know why he doesn't get it? Because one game he lets in 4 goals, 4 shots. People need to respect Mikko Koskinen. That's all I'm gonna say. I still think he's the better goalie out of Mike Smith. Smith had a great year last year. Chances are he doesn't repeat it. Right now he has a .920. Mike Smith does, and it says he has like a 3 goals against average. Ignore that. He just had a really bad game against Anaheim. But yeah, to open the scoring, Warren Foegele gets his second of the season. Warren Foegele has been so good for us. It's just that I really miss Ethan Bear. Bear has 3 assists in 7 games with Carolina, playing top pair. A part of me hopes that Carolina doesn't re-sign Bear. You might be saying, "Oh, Shae, what do you mean?" Both Tony D and Ethan Bear are our face, and chances are they only keep one of them, right? Because you can't have Bear and D'Angelo making $4 million each, and like same thing with Pesci. Then you really don't have any casters. Chances are they'll choose one of them, and I mean Tony D'Angelo's over point per game. So my hope is that they re-sign D'Angelo, which makes Bear expendable, but chances are that doesn't happen. I just miss Ethan Bear so much. If we had a right hand side of Bear, Bouchard, Larson, I would have loved that so much. But Larson really screwed up the plans. I already went over that beforehand. But yeah, Leon Draisaitl from Nuge and McDavid on the power play. Nuge has 10 apples. He just doesn't have a goal. Nuge just turned into like Nick Backstrom or like Joe Thornton. It's awesome to see. Then of course Besser scores with 5 seconds left. Well, it says 7 here. I thought it was 5. And yeah, the next 3 games are at home. November 1st against Seattle. I'm actually going to that game. So there's that. That will be my first game since Feb 29th against the Jets 2020. Then it's Nashville November 30th. Then it's the Rangers on November 5th, Friday. That's Kevin Lowe's retirement ceremony, jersey retirement. And I'm going to that game too. So hopefully I can bring some good luck. Something else I want to mention, Kyler Yamamoto. I love him so much, but 7 games without a point. I think with Yamo, he's a great forechecker. Ideally, he's a third liner, and there's nothing wrong with that. You want to have depth on your team, and when Holiday comes up, you can't just play him at third line forever. I think the future of Yamamoto on his team is that he's a third liner, and there's nothing wrong with that. He can't finish, but he's a tenacious forechecker. Gets to the dirty areas. I love him. I have a jersey of him. Imagine he gets traded, and that just becomes junk. But I love him. Huge fan of Kyler, but ideally he's a third liner, and there's nothing wrong with that. If in the future you can go Hyman, McDavid, Puljujarvi, Nuge, Draisaitl, Holloway, then you can have like I'm blanking, like Borgo, McLeod, and Yamamoto. That's depth, man. You don't trade Yamamoto because he's slumping. You put him on the third line to create depth, and that's how teams win a cup. They want depth and good defense. So if I'm the Oilers, you hold on to Yamamoto unless there's an opportunity to trade for a top goalie. And there's rumors about John Gibson to Edmonton. And apparently a package could be like Koskinen, the first round pick this year, Yamamoto, and a prospect like Lavoie. And you do that. I would do that. But that's a topic for another day. But yeah, once again, CC was great. Duncan Keith was good too, but I really don't want to... I said my thoughts on Duncan Keith last on the Blackhawks video, that he shouldn't be on the team because of the Kyle Beach stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. He had a good game, but man, I can't cheer for the guy. I can't support him. But yeah, besides that, a really good week for the Oilers. Next week, I project them to go 2-1. They should beat Seattle, and they should be beat one of Nashville, New York. If they go 3-0, that's amazing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this edition of the Oil Spill, and we'll see you guys next time.